All right, what's up, y'all? Asher Mueller out here with Daniel Bush. We're at Circle C Metro Park playing the short tees today. One of the most underrated courses in all of Austin. A lot of the big name courses get a lot of the attention, but this is probably the one that we have the most time spent on together. But we're doing something really cool today.
Yeah, so today we are starting our Break the Course series. This is episode 1 where we're going to go around to different disc golf courses around the state of Texas and see if we can't scramble together and break the course record.
Oh yeah, but for this course, there's a lot of pretty unofficial records on UDisc, kind of like they always are for UDisc. But I do have a confirmed Brian Dudney, shout out Brian, 15 under that we're gonna try and break today. But number of eagleable holes, number of holes that are still pretty hard to get, but we're gonna try and make some big putts, throw some big shots, and break a course record together.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
Stoked about it.
That is right. You have Asher in the booth today doing our commentary. Daniel and I both agreed before the series that it would make the most sense if we just played our rounds and focused on our game and didn't do too much talking before and after each shot, so we can just focus on playing well. So you've got just me today doing our commentary. You can see all of our holes we're playing today on the reds. And getting started with hole 1. It is a 490-foot par 4. Very eagleable for a big backhand, which thankfully one of us have. We've been in the circle on this hole a couple of times with our friends doing big old scrambles, so high hopes for this hole. Daniel's gonna throw his omen and do his best to put us in a spot where we can see the basket. And thankfully with Circle C's ground play, we get just that. We can see the basket from his disc, so I'm getting aggressive with a destroyer, trying to give us a look at the 2 here. And just catches the top part of those last trees to hit the gap, and we are out of position kind of for the eagle, and we can get frisky from here and try and give it a bid. Not his best effort from right there. Rolls away, and you can see he's not super happy about it. And I've got my Toro. I'm just going to try and put us close. And of course, Daniel's good for it. This guy is locked in on the putting green. Hole 2 here is a chip shot of a par 3. We got a few of those coming up where you really want to start hot on this course. You want to get pretty much everything when you get started. And Daniel throws his omen just about as good as you can. Really, really good distance control here to not hit the back line of trees, and puts us close. So that gives me the green light to try and give it a bid. And I got my Phoenix big skip and probably about a foot short, and giving it a good bid. And Daniel is able to tap us in, and we are 2-3-2. Moving on to another one of the softer holes on the course. The vision for a lot of these first few holes is Daniel try and put us in a good spot for birdie, and then give me a chance to get really aggressive. And Daniel kicks off to the left there, so I'm thinking, all right, well, just gonna try and put this close. He's off the fairway in circle 2, and good distance control, and ham and egging pretty well so far. Daniel's already seen 2 putts go in, so I'm like, all right, let me try and get this solo birdie, just see a putt hit the pole for confidence's sake, and we are able to do just that. Hole 4 is kind of like the first few, man. You really want to just pick a gap and try and get up there. It's a short par 3, put it nice and close and get off to a hot start. Daniel picks up where he left off on hole 2 and throws a gem, nice and close. Good ground play from that tree, and I'm throwing my my custom signature Daybreaker from Lightspeed, trying to get a good skip up to the basket, try and give it a nice run.
I mean, surely that's close, right? That's good.
Is that good?
Yeah, not my best effort there, but thankfully it's doubles, and Daniel's got us nice and close. So we are 4-4, and this is the first hole you look at, and you're thinking, all right, like, I want to have an eagle look on this hole. It really just demands 2 shots that stay in the middle of the fairway. If you can throw a 330-foot dead straight shot right here, and hit this gap off the tee, it puts you in a great spot to throw something that drifts to the right, and give you a chance for the elusive eagles on this course. And Daniel just barely turns over his destroyer, finds the rough, and actually kicks back out. So we're probably good for birdie from there, but we're not trying to just birdie this hole. We want to get a look for the 3. So I've got my Mako 3 and just trying to throw this thing as straight as possible and completely whiff my line and get a phenomenal break off of that tree.
Yeah, I'm never going to complain about that result.
A little further back than we'd like to be from the pin, but nothing we can't handle. Daniel throws a pretty solid shot here, just fading out a little early, catches those trees, and so we're thinking we're guaranteed birdie from there. So I'm going to try and get really aggressive with this eagle and loved it out of my hand. Just started it a little bit too far left and connects with the last set of trees in the fairway. And we have about a 100-footer here to try and get our first eagle of the round. Daniel's bid is just a little bit short, but keeps it inside 20 feet. So I've got the green light to run this for eagle, and man, it is just not a great bid. So strange spot to be in right now where Daniel knocks down that putt. Yeah, strange spot to be in. We're 5 for 5, but this is a course where we've been better than perfect through 5 holes, better than perfect through 6 holes a number of times. So we're behind our own pace, even though we're on a good pace for what the course would tell you score-wise. But this is a tough par 4, one of the first ones where you're thinking, all right, we really got to earn this birdie. And so we're going to try and hit this high gap off the tee with a forehand. And falls off to the right side, and we're thinking, all right, let's just try and get 2 in the middle of the fairway and just take our pick of which one has a better look at the basket. So I go Nuke OS here. And lands in the center of the fairway. Daniel was a little bit to the right, but his was noticeably closer than mine was. We had more gaps to contend with mine, so we took Daniel's even though it was an awkward lie. And he turns his over just a little bit. That's middle of circle too, so I'm thinking, all right, here's a chance to really clutch up. I've got my more overstable Toro and trying to pop it out there on a little Annie and let it drift back to the basket, and just yanked it over. But thankfully you slide a lot out here at Circle C, so that hit well outside Circle 2 and slid all the way to probably just inside 40 feet. And Daniel's been feeling really good with the putt all summer long, so he's gonna give it his best bid, his little stepper, and he loved it out of his hand. No, and it was a great bid. I mean, it looked really good the whole way. It drifts back to the right. He loves that Annie putt, and now I'm thinking, all right, just give it the height. Just give this thing a chance to go in. Probably about 4 inches too high. So we have to settle for the par there, and we are definitely off the pace that we want to be on through 6 holes. And we got 2 backhand holes coming up with 6, 7 coming up. We got 2 holes that I'm thinking, all right, this is a hole where I got to throw a good backhand twice in a row for the pair. And this one's pretty good. A little bit inside, gets a skip, and we're both thinking, all right, that's definitely in the circle, so Daniel can throw his little turnover forehand, his more comfortable play, more aggressive play. And I'll vouch for you here, Daniel. He's thrown that shot really well a number of times, just probably got a little excited and overcommitted to it. And we have almost no putt from this thing. And Daniel opts for the forehand putt. I thought it was a little strange, but let him give his bid really quick. A little low. I thought it was a strange choice, but once I assessed the lie, I was like, man, this really is the only option. And kind of hangs in the balance here on this forehand putt. And to be 6-7, we find the bucket with the forehand putt. And that's a big hole for morale. Falling 2 off the pace of perfect at this course in the first 7 holes is not very great. And so we're thinking, all right, let's stay hot and try and be close to perfect heading into the back 9. And Daniel opts for the back, and he's been working on a lot and just yanks it a little bit, stays in the middle of the fairway, and I'm thinking, all right, this is a good chance to clutch up for the team here. And I'm really wanting to clutch up here for the team. And golly, I was aiming at that dead tree in the middle, and God, I'm stumbling over the tee pad. Morale's pretty low right now. We woke up really, really early for this round, and this is probably the worst pace we've been on at this course in doubles in a long time. And honestly, way better bid than I remembered it being. But with this tap in, yeah, like I said, this is the worst pace we've been on as a duo in a long time. And we're at the part of the course where you kind of have to earn every hole the rest of the way out. But good hole to earn, because Daniel aced this one the previous day and throws a great shot just short of the bucket. Really good looking shot. But I'm thinking, all right, I can get a little aggressive, throw a little higher, try and give it a run at the basket with Daniel close. And not a very good shot there. But thankfully Daniel was close, and he is good for it on the putting green. And now we have kind of the opposite hole, a really, really cool back-to-back stretch to end the front nine and begin the back nine, going straight uphill and straight downhill. This one is severely downhill. The camera doesn't really do it justice. Daniel with his trusty runaway, just a little turned over, and so once again I'm stepping up with the tee and thinking, all right, the round kind of hangs in the balance here with some hard holes coming up. We got to get this one, and it's turned over, not hopeful, and gets an amazing reaction off of that tree. So we are probably 40 to 45 feet here. It never really had a chance. And I guarantee you Daniel's thinking the same thing. Just give it the beans, give it a chance.
Yes.
Come
so
on.
big. So big.
And he has been nails on the putting green so far. So clutch for the team heading into this funky par 4 where from the long tee, it's a pretty stock backhand shot, but from the shorts, it's a really uncomfortable distance throwing up this tree line in front of us. And so Daniel's going with his understable streamlined jet. I believe it's a -3 turn distance driver. Gives it a lot of hyzer, trusts it to turn, and maybe a little too fast for the fairway, but I've seen him throw this disc really, really well, and just slightly off the fairway. And then I've got my trusty Toro here trying to make an adjustment. Solid height, and this might be one of the best shots I've thrown off this tee ever. Getting past those rocks in the fairway is a pretty big luxury to have good footing and a good run-up, because this hole can be pretty funky sometimes with the run-up. And a little bit of Annie holds over just past those limbs, and it is basically parked. And you can see on my face, I'm excited to be contributing once again after a pretty cold stretch of holes for the team. Daniel trying to get really aggressive on this one, and does a good job keeping it nice and low and driven. Just kind of a hard shot to get really aggressive on to throw it in. But nonetheless, we are good for the birdie. Feeling pretty good, having gotten 2 in a row with a good solo birdie and a good circle 2 make by Daniel. This is a hole that I am capable of getting a bid on for the eagle if I throw the backhand turnover. So Daniel's just trying to put us in the fairway here. A little too inside and kicks off to the right. And that's going to be a tough birdie from there, so I opt for the forehand. Give it good width, good height, holds straight longer than I thought, but gets back to the right, and we are in the fairway on this softer par 4. Being more behind this tree than we expected. But it's a shot that we're both pretty comfortable with, this forehand turnover, one that we both like to throw, so not too perplexed by it. a little too inside, and fortunate to kick back out and stay in the circle. Daniel's definitely looking to put this one closer than mine was. And you read that right. He is throwing a soft nomad and does a good job. He keeps it nice and close, and we're about 20 feet, and you know, I'm wanting to ride my momentum and see one go in and try and get hot heading in these last few holes. And splash out right side, not a good putt. Really didn't give it a good chance to go in, so Daniel's looking to clutch up here for the team. And you know he's good for it. He has been clutch all day when we've needed him, so Daniel having a really, really solid round. Both of us would probably say we're playing just kind of like solid. Nothing special going on. Ham and egging okay, but approaching a par 3, I mean, that you don't really want to miss. At this point, we don't want to miss any holes, but Daniel going with his reliable runaway and just a little turned over, but that is right at circle's edge, and I'm going with a P Model S, just trying to punch it right down the middle. Hit my line pretty perfect, just low and turned over and maybe a little nose down, and we now have this edge of circle putt to stay in what I would say really, really good shape. And Daniel's putt looked pretty good. Just a little bit left side. Could have caught maybe, but I'm sitting here thinking, all right, just give this the height, give it a chance to go, and it'd be really nice to clutch up for the team here. And honestly, that's a stinger, because I think we would both argue we both delivered putts that we were happy about out of the hand and just couldn't quite get them to fall. So we are now 10 through 13, and we know what that means. We have to birdie out now to get to 15 under and tie the course record. We still got hole 18 to play, one of the hardest courses in Austin, or hardest holes in Austin, my bad.
Shout out Asher Mueller, Lightspeed Disc.
That's so good.
Except there's
I just got murdered.
Except there's no ground play.
Oh my gosh. Same thing, just no cool stamp.
Daniel threw his honestly really great, just gets to the one part of the fairway that doesn't give you ground play, and I didn't really commit to mine, didn't give it the pop it needed to fly straight, so we got a little bit of an uncomfortable spot here, but Daniel throws his really understable jet here and just trying to crash in these trees and does a fantastic job. That falls to about 15 feet, so I'm thinking, all right, let's throw this nice and high with a Phoenix and maybe has a chance to dunk in the basket. And two pretty solid shots there from the fairway, and of course Daniel is good for it with the bag on. We're now onto hole 15, 3 off the pace of perfect, and this is a hole you really don't want to miss. Even in singles, this is a hole you look at. If you have a forehand, you really got to get this hole. So Daniel maybe with a little too much disc there. I'm going with my signature daybreaker here, and honestly, I was very nervous on that tee shot, knowing that Daniel wasn't in a fantastic spot, and we're able to put it nice and close. On a hole that, once again, not an easy birdie, but if you can throw a decent first shot, I can get kind of aggressive and maybe give us a look at the eagle, but we're both probably taking that left fairway more than likely. Just trying to get ourselves a birdie and just get to hole 18 with a chance. So Daniel's got his omen here. Good commitment to the angle and just maybe a little too turned, catches a tree, but it's still in a good spot. So I'm thinking, all right, let's get aggressive. Let's give this thing everything I got. And Scorpius flips up, drifts right a little bit, got some good turn, and I feel like we're in circle too, and we get up there and tragically probably 70, 80 feet, and Still a chance for an eagle bid. So Daniel's going with his stepper spinner here. And doesn't quite give it the beans it needs to get to the basket. But thankfully it's parked, so we can get aggressive with a little bit of a forehand run here. Going with my old reliable Toro. And honestly a better bid than I remember that being. No eagle, but tap in birdie. Nonetheless, we are excited to be going into hole 17 still alive. We've got a chance to tie the record. I'm thinking back to hole 6 and hole 7. Whatever you throw on those holes is probably similar to what you should throw on these holes. And so Daniel's going turnover forehand with his Omen. And oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Got a really good roll, and he is inside the circle there. I'm going with my Lightspeed Ember here. Just trying to hit this gap, and executed pretty well. Maybe going a little bit long, and nice. I forgot it caught that tree. So we're about between 15 and 20 feet for the birdie here. There we go. Nice to see one go in before hole 18. And this is it. It comes down to, in my opinion, the hardest hole in Austin. That I'm including Sprinkle Valley 18. I think this is the hardest hole in Austin, Texas. Depending on the OBS sprinkle. But this is a true, honest par 5. You gotta throw 3 really good shots to have a chance at a birdie. So every shot counts here. Daniel's going with his jet. And really good commitment on the angle, just maybe a little too low, and drifts off to the right side of the fairway. We think it's in an okay spot to birdie still, so I'm getting aggressive with a destroyer, trying to fade out left and just get maybe to the mouth.
It's the wrong disc. Why would I ever throw that here?
Daniel's right knee, as he pump fakes me, is on the lie right now, and we got to hit a gap. This is a really tough shot, and just can't quite hit the gap. And so I'm thinking, all right, just something neutral on a good pop forehand. And oh man, I forgot how fun this shot was. That's probably one of the greatest scramble shots I've ever thrown. So we are now staring at the basket with a chance to get up and down for birdie to tie the course record in our first attempt at Circle C. Probably about half a foot too high, and man, the fate of our round is in Daniel's hands at this point. He's got to try and hit this gap and give us a putt. He's got his Onyx here, his favorite gap hitting disc, and also, just like me, a little too high. Stays in the fairway, so we got a chance to run this thing. Daniel's got his PA3, giving it a lot of spin, and but we have one last chance. I got my trusty Toro thinking just give us a good bid, and
That's it, man. Didn't have it today. Well, we couldn't quite get it done. A 14 under is still a really respectable round out here in doubles.
Yeah.
Sucks not capitalizing on all of our opportunities and all the holes that are kind of bonuses or chances to get an eagle. But it was a good showing, and it's meant to be a challenge. So if we beat the course record maybe a third to one half of the time, then that's still a really, really good result. So it's amazing that we didn't even play that good today, as you saw, but we were still that close to getting it done.
Yeah, I mean, you can look back and think about the upshot and putt on 6, tee shots on 8, the missed edge of circle 1 putt on 13.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get it done on 18. And I mean, there's a lot of holes where we could have played better, easy shots that we are very capable of making, at least one of us.
Right.
Maybe a little bit better ham and egg.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be able to get it done. you know, whether we do this course again or the next course that we try this at. So.
Yeah, we definitely got to come back. I don't know when we'll be back here, but we'll definitely need to get this one because this is a course that we know too well to not be able to get at some point.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in. Heck of a lot of fun. We're going to get them next time and hopefully take down some course records in the future.
Yep. See y'all
Good
next
stuff.
time.